Morning, everybody. This is Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Siegel Network. That was an incredible marathon. We are starting a little bit later than usual because we had the end of the marathon. It was an incredible week. I came in on Wednesday, took that early morning train to be on with Nachum, and I was right after Alison Joseph. I'm totally in awe of that lady. She's amazing, the work that she does, and of course the work that Nachum does. FJBunity.org. You can still pledge now, even though, Nachum has officially ended the marathon. You can keep going. It was an incredible week. I had a great time when I was down there. They had a great breakfast, right, CK? We got to eat that tuna bagel thing, not sushi tuna bagel. Very cool. Rice, right? It's made out of rice and fresh fish. It's on my Instagram page. But it was so much fun, and thank you for tuning in a little bit later than usual. But we are going to have an amazing show. So thank you for everyone. If you've been on the show or if you've been listened to our show, support fjbunity.com. Okay. Table for Two continues. We're going to have a great show. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Naomi Nachman. I'm about all the food all the time. I love food. I love shopping for it, cooking it, eating at restaurants, anything food related. I'm a kosher personal chef. My business is called the Aussie Gourmet. I'm a cookbook author. I still can't wrap my head around it. It's so exciting. I cook for people for Shabbos, Yom Tov. Anytime you don't feel like cooking, you give me a call. I hope you'll tune in every week and hear about my exciting food adventures, my great guests, and my kosher food traveling. But I want to hear about your experiences too, so share with me. If you've eaten somewhere or you've made something, send me an email, naomi@nachumsiegel.com. I love hearing from you. I'd like to thank everyone who follows me from the radio show and from Nachum Siegel, and people who are watching me on Instagram and the Instagram stories. Thank you so much for your support. I just want to, do my monologue at the beginning and a few shout-outs. Ahuva's Grill. Amazing. It's in Cedarhurst. It's actually not on Central Avenue. It's actually not even Cedarhurst. It's technically, I believe, Woodmere, Hewlett area. On Peninsula Boulevard, you can find them on greatkosherrestaurants.com. We'll have the info about them and Kosher GPS. Ahuva's Grill, authentic Israeli cuisine, delicious. We were there on Mother's Day. What a meal we had. Unbelievable. He just kept bringing us more food. He didn't know who I was. He was just such a nice guy. He didn't know I was a foodie, but he wants all his customers to taste the new food and try new things. And he bought lafa fresh off the grill. It was crispy and hot. It was amazing. So if you're looking for a great Sunday night dinner for the family, or just they have tons of space, make a reservation, go there for dinner, you and your hubby, date night. It's casual Israeli food, but really, really delicious. I know we have a lot of choices of that in New York, but I'm a big fan, and make sure you go there. Tell Avihu that Naomi Nachman sent you. I'm very excited about my upcoming trip to Thailand, Singapore, and Vietnam with Miriam Schreiber's Kosher Legacy Tours. So email me, naomi@nachumsiegel.com, if you want any more information. I'm going to be doing cooking classes on Vietnamese and Thai cooking. So you'd be surprised that some of those ingredients into those foods are available at Gourmet Glad and your local kosher supermarkets. I'm going to show you how to use them to their best flavors and advantages. Shout out to Chani Greenbaum. I love you, Chani. Chani came over to my house. She does Chani Greenbaum events. She just started a floral business. Now, we've got, the countdown is on, as we know. We're counting to Shavuot. We got I don't want to say the days. I don't know if I'm halakhically allowed to. I'm bad with that. So we know Shavuot is two and a bit weeks away, and she does the most beautiful flower arrangements. You'll see on my Instagram feed, I did a flower arrangement picture, and she also we did a story if you didn't catch it, but she's giving 10% off on her flowers if you mention Naomi Nachman or Kitchen Tested, which is Melinda Strauss. So you can go to honeygreenbaumevents.com or follow her on Facebook or Insta and order from her and just mention our names. You'll get 10% off. Her flowers are stunning. I've never mentioned any other florist before on the show, so you know it's really sincere and heartfelt at how good she is. So really support her and follow her. Email her info@chani with no E. CHANI Greenbaum BAUM.com, and you'll get her info. Okay, one more thing, couple more things. I'll be at Gourmet Glatt Lakewood this coming Tuesday for a cooking demo, 8 p.m. in Lakewood. So be there or be square. I'm super excited to go. Beautiful store. And also remember this summer I'm going to be at Susie Fishbine's Culinary Institute teaching. So if your kids are interested in going to summer camp at Camp Nesher or Shoshanim, Shoshanim is girls only, Nesher is co-ed, Orthodox camp, you can sign up and then take classes with these amazing Susie Fishbine, Naomi Ross and Naomi Nachman. Me are also giving classes. But it's going to be really exciting. If you have any questions, email me, naomi@nachumsegal.com. Finally, I'm sorry I've got so much to share today and so many great guests. We've got to get going. But as you know, I write a trending column for Mishpacha magazine, and I'd like some input from my listeners. Is there anything you want me to write about or share about? And I'll give you a shout out if you do. A kitchen gadget. I'm looking for cool kitchen gadgets. There are so many. And we have our amazing sponsors, Kitchen Click, who provide me with so many for out there in Brooklyn. Fegi Sprecher, shout out to you. But I really, really would like to hear from you guys on what you like to use in the kitchen, your favorite kitchen gadget, what you can't live without. Because I always write what I can't live without. I want to hear what you can't live without and something new that you found that's new on the market. Let me know. All right. CK, that was a really long monologue, right? I hope you guys like that one. There was a lot of information there. So, I'm very excited to be here. We have our amazing sponsors, Marzipan Bakery. I love you guys. Just keep bringing me that rogalach. And by the way, Melinda Strauss from Kitchen Tester did a crazy cheesecake with it. The crust was made out of marzipan rogalach, and the filling was this crazy cheesecake stuff. So make sure you check that out at kitchen-tester.com. All right, let's move. Let's rock and roll because we have quite a show today. In the house is one of the most famous kosher celebrities out there. She's been a kosher celebrity before anyone else with her restaurant, a pioneer in the kosher restaurant industry. I'm proud to call her my friend. Please welcome to the studio, Levana Kirschenbaum.
So much, Naomi. Always a pleasure.
Always. Levana actually was on the first show of this season. We were involved in the Women's Cook-Off back in...
I was at your Chanukat Bait.
Yeah, in September, and then we did a little Rosh Hashanah thing, so welcome back.
Yes, thank you so much.
And you got something different for us today, right?
I have my baby with me.
Your baby, I know, right? We moved from cookbooks being our baby to our new project. So what's your new baby?
My baby is here. It will grow, and it's here to stay.
Okay, tell us about it from the beginning.
The beginning was my husband was diagnosed with cancer about 3 years ago, and he had multiple hospitalizations. And the offerings, the meal replacement offerings at the hospitals were abysmal. All you needed to do is learn how to read, and you will see you shouldn't.
What do you mean by meal replacements? He couldn't eat the food, so they gave him supplements to keep him healthy?
Typically, people in cancer treatment and people on painkillers and morphine and Percocet cannot eat, and they just don't receive the message. So to add insult to injury by having something disgusting tasting and disgusting in its composition was just, I thought he was going to die of hunger. So I thought, girl, you're a food professional. That's what you did all your life. You know how to make food delicious and nutritious. And Naomi, you can come to my house. My house is an obstacle course. I have cabinets and closets and shelves full of these powders and these blends. I just set out to mix in infinite permutations almost for over a year until I arrived at the grind I wanted, the composition I wanted, all with 100% pure ingredients that together formed a complete meal. Now, they didn't all go into one flavor. They went into, I have 5 flavors. And by the way, I think Levana Meal Replacement is absolutely the only one that offers savory, not just sweet.
Oh, that's interesting. I happen to not have a sweet tooth, so that's great.
Oh, yeah, it's wonderful. And so the mushroom, unfortunately, my little nephew is struggling with cancer.
Oh, no.
My mushroom flavor has things that you would buy, even in Chinatown, for a fortune. Reishi, porcini, maitake, and shiitake, which together is like a gold mine.
4 different kinds of mushrooms.
And it's like what it does for the immune system. And by the way, that one also has a seaweed, wakame, kelp. It's fantastic. So we surrounded ourselves with a fantastic scientist. He's the director of food operations at Cornell University. His name is Joe Regenstein. What didn't we do? And then people started coming to me, which was the best sign of we're making noise, we're making good noise. A registered nurse came from, a senior registered nurse, her name is Jackie Topol, came from Presbyterian Wales Cornell, and she's now on my board, and she is our consultant all around. So all these people together. Then we had natural certifiers, and pretty soon I had this whole entire thing going at an age where I should have been
Retired.
brushing on my Spanish, but I already know a little Spanish, so it didn't work. Knitting, I already know knitting. It's really funny.
Levana, you're a dynamite. That's amazing. What a story.
My husband he was restored to his regular weight.
And he's in full health?
Never, because multiple myeloma is not curable.
Okay.
It's just manageable.
Manageable.
So he was so grateful. He said, Levana, you should show this to the public. Because if it does for them a fraction of what it did for me, you're in business.
Right. Because without immunity and without sustaining your own body, you can't heal.
It's not only that. If the body mass reaches a certain critical low, the chemo is suspended.
Right.
So they can't give it to them because that's why children are so vulnerable. And this is why we paired with High Lifeline. There's a huge spread on their newsletter this week.
Wonderful.
That we partnered with High Lifeline because the children, if they lose 1 pound, some of them are tiny. So if they lose 1 pound, which is easy to do, everything is suspended. And then they get into this horrible thing called cachexia. It's an ancient barbarian Latin word to say cancer, anorexia. And they can't eat. They can't eat, and if they don't eat, they will not get the treatment.
Right.
So I can only tell you that for a good 3 months, my husband subsisted almost entirely on these meals. And I did some very unladylike thing. I would take a smoothie and put in it a dollop of almond butter. I would put a half a can of coconut milk. I would just say, put it in. And then that drink was like 1,200 calories.
Right, not so ladylike, because we're always watching our calories.
Not at all.
But this is is what you've got here for someone who's sick and needs to gain weight, or that's what you did for your husband?
It's customizable, so if you want...
Like for me, I don't want to gain weight.
Look at me. You are on the road, and I'm going to show you. You're on the road. You want a meal.
Yeah, make me something, Levana. We have set up a studio in the studio.
So it's 10 in a box.
Okay, and it's a multi-pack, right?
Yes.
I love that you did that.
This is a variety pack. We also have all vanilla, all cocoa.
Oh, you can.
But
Okay.
this is our biggest seller. So here is your vegetable, and I want to show you how simple it
Okay,
is.
everyone, wait
serve.
1 second, Levana. People are listening, but you can also tune in on our Nachum Siegel net page on YouTube, and you can follow us and watch this episode. If you're a typical listener and you listen to the show, thank you. But tune in and actually watch on the YouTube channel, because this is really incredible what's about to be prepared in front of you. Remember, Levana is Levana of the restaurant, and she is in my studio making us some special food
love
here.
it.
All right, so what have we got?
I'm going to start with the soup because it takes a few minutes.
Okay, Levana, we need this, baby. It's called, you need to talk into the mic so we can all
I
hear.
have here is water.
So
I'm
we're
adding my
pouring.
vegetables.
I want to describe to our listeners what's
The
going on.
vegetable.
We're taking the vegetable packet. We're pouring it into a blender.
No, in this
I can't see.
pot.
Oh, we're cooking.
We're cooking.
We're cooking. You know how to turn that thing on, right?
Oh, 30 years of catering.
Yeah, right.
A very quick cooking grain, only if you want.
What is that?
Lentils.
Lentils. So we're
30
actually cooking here in the studio right now.
It smells really good.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm
Mushrooms?
smelling
Has
it.
22.
Yeah, that's
What else can I put in? Seaweed.
Seaweed.
It does wonders.
I love
on
seaweed. Can I just announce that Schiffer Klein is in the house today? We have got the whole
Wakame.
Klein family. Well, less
And
the boys.
A little oil.
What kind of oil is that?
Oh, this one you don't want to hear. They don't have to get it. I just got to
I wanna know.
Truffle oil.
Truffle oil. Oh, truffle oil. Available at Gourmet Glatt, by the way.
A little sea salt, and I'm there. I'm going to let this cook. And so how fast was this? I'm going to cover it.
Okay, we're going to cover it with
And
turning.
we're going to forget it.
Set it
Now-
and forget it, right?
What else do I do with this? On our site, Lavana Meal Replacement, we have a gigantic recipe section, like 150 recipes, all using the meal replacement to make things.
Oh, okay, terrific.
So I have here oatmeal cookies with the. Now we don't talk about cookies; we eat the cookies.
We eat cookies. Just bring it up.
That's a lot of recipes. 150.
I know, honey, that's like a book, you know.
And growing.
Okay.
This
So
has
this was made with what?
with the vanilla meal replacement.
Vanilla meal replacements. I'm eating the cookie right here, right now.
I also made for you.
Okay, is it maisonette, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Also gluten free. It has chickpea flour.
wait, gluten free. Then maybe it's not maisonette.
It has
right.
eggs. It has everything.
And maybe it's shahako.
Could be
It has
Shahako.
oats.
Oats. Oh, no, oats might be maisonette because you wash on oats. I don't know.
Oh, you wash on oats if it's a certain amount.
Yeah, let me say this is delicious.
That's wonderful. Taste them.
I need a glass of milk. I'm a milk and cookies girl.
Aren't you a little grown up?
Nah.
And here I made this sun-dried tomato pesto with the stuff in it. Vegetable. You're going to love it.
Okay. Oh, what? Okay, so Nirvana's passing. What did you put in this?
Basil, the usual stuff in pesto, but I threw in a vegetable meal replacement.
So in this beautiful presentation, you can use for shavuot, to serve as
Everything.
appetizers.
Yes.
Okay.
So everything becomes super nutritious.
Okay.
Chef,
I have to eat.
have one for you.
Yes,
Yeah,
of course. She
of
knows.
course.
She knows.
I know the deal.
She knows the deal. We eat here together.
So
Okay.
look, for you can make something extra.
That's good.
It's really good, and you don't feel you don't feel another taste, an intrusive taste, because it blends in so
Yeah.
perfectly.
No, this is amazing.
Now look at me, vanilla bean.
Okay, we're
You
cooking
can do. Here's what you can do. Let's say you are in the boonies and you're in a great rush. All you need to do is take a hand blender, and you know these hand blenders have these wire whisk ball that disperses everything you put.
Oh,
in.
yeah.
So I'm using coconut milk.
Coconut milk. Okay, we are having a cooking class. Lavana's pouring into a jug. What was the first packet? Sorry, I
My
wanna
vanilla meal replacement.
the vanilla meal replacement with coconut milk
with coconut milk, and that's it.
The
And that's
wire
it.
whisk.
and the wire whisk,
The wire
which
whisk,
helps shake it up
belongs in
inside.
this. And look, you shake it out.
Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Can we have that song? Twist and shout. ZK's look at me. I don't think so, Naomi.
You
crazy
know, my
lady.
husband used to cry when he saw the blender coming, and now he says, "Don't forget my drink. Don't forget my drink." It's amazing, and you're very welcome to taste.
That's we'll be tasting. It's
That
so
is the
good.
quickest,
fantastic.
easiest smoothie I ever saw.
It has matcha. It has now,
Matcha. What is matcha, guys? I see it
The
everywhere. I had
rice-
matcha halva last week.
Why is it much superior to green leaf?
Matcha tiramisu.
Because
I
it's
saw that.
not infused. It's the whole leaf that is ground,
Can
and
we
it has.
buy it in the 5 towns?
Of course you
Matcha?
can.
Matcha.
powder.
I hate to do this to the
sounds like-
merchant. Amazon.com.
Right. No,
Yeah,
we can do
it's on
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Here's one.
Okay, but we're going to share. Can we pour that into some cups? Do we have
Okay,
cups?
we have two little, 3 glasses.
You should have shot
Now-
glasses.
Yeah,
make it
I
higher.
think ZK wants some coconut matcha vanilla powder
Now look at
drink.
me. Now I'm making.
Yeah, we're getting some
cup.
cups. Yeah, we're going to have a good time. We're going to be so healthy. This is very healthy. I love green drinks.
Oh,
I love all the
yes,
kales
it's
and the.
Mix it a little more.
Mix it
You
a
know,
little.
I should tell you one fabulous thing. It is a work in progress, and I don't want to make too much noise about it.
Yeah.
But we are working on enteric feeding,
What's that?
tube feeding.
Ah.
And we are getting a suspension agent. We have a food scientist and a food engineer working on it.
I know all about that. Unfortunately,
Oh, everybody
we've had a
knows
sick
about
family member with that was had to get not tube. Oh, he had a pick line.
Oh, wow. Yes. So I have 2 registered dietitians working on this.
Who's having some? ZK, drink up, mate.
Give some to Khani. Let's see how she likes
Okay.
it.
Shifra.
So now look. Smoothie bowl.
Okay. Wait, hold on. I got to try this one thing at a time. Okay.
And that's a meal. You're not
ZK's
obsessing.
smiling. I usually give him Chardonnay, but now I gave him. Okay, my turn to drink. Shifra.
It's really good. I love the vanilla flavor and the
Yeah.
specks
And
of
the
vanilla.
matcha.
I taste vanilla, right?
The
It's very
vanilla is
strong.
pure vanilla
yeah,
bean.
It's pure vanilla.
I don't fool around. Pure.
Very high
pure.
quality ingredients.
Oh my
I know
gosh.
Lavana's always been about that, like whole
Yeah.
grains.
I mean,
whole
to me,
food.
if it's not pure, is bracha levatala. It really is. It needs it. Okay, so smoothie bowl. I am now using my mixed berry, and you're gonna watch.
Oh, can we just is that a Vitamix? Is that what I should be getting? Remember, I told you my smoothie. I don't have a blender right now.
Oh, forget it.
I need-
And look, do
is
you
that
know
the best
about
one?
this?
It's very good for, yeah.
Oh my God!
like
Very
$500 bucks.
You get a little bit less.
You can get a Ninja little knockoff for $100.
I know, but they break.
So look at this. Not too bad, but I don't like that it has all these. You don't know what to do with your hands because the blades right up all the way up. Do you know about this? I buy a bag of little bags. It's always ready. It's frozen. I adore frozen berries.
My kids love frozen berries.
And wait, I'm going to do something outrageous now.
Outrageous, right here on the Nachum Siegel Network.
Frozen kale,
Frozen kale. Did you freeze that yourself?
frozen cauliflower. Who would believe me if I say I make frozen yogurt with cauliflower?
I'm not surprised.
Frozen avocado.
Did you
I'm
freeze
done,
it yourself
I'm done.
or you bought it frozen?
What?
The avocado.
I bought it frozen.
You can buy frozen avocado. Did you know that, Shifra?
Yeah. I saw it.
It's
in Gourmet Glad
unbelievable.
has it.
Oh, you
Oh,
know
that's
what?
right
Michael
there.
Frischman, I think, asked me about
Okay.
it.
They're like these avocado halves and they're frozen.
Look at
I
me.
think-
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the
tried
Vitamix.
Vitamix. We're using a Vitamix right here in the studio. We put in frozen berries, avocado. What else?
Cauliflower,
Cauliflower.
kale, coconut milk, and the berry powder.
And the berry powder. I made the berry powder at home with my daughter, Leora. We did an Instagram story. Lavana, you know what? Me and my daughter did an Instagram story making your berry
great.
powder. But I think I tagged Lavana as opposed to Lavana real
So
replacement.
look at me.
Okay.
Here is. Now we moved from breakfast to lunch effortlessly. By the way, we have a Trader Joe opening very soon
Where?
in my neighborhood, 93rd.
That's the Upper West Side Trader Joe's.
Yes.
Great. Oh, that's
And
a lot.
they
That's pretty.
are very big on frozen vegetable and fruit, and that's what I believe in. And now you have fun with anything you want. Here is berries.
Oh, so pretty. It's like a Buddha bowl. We're making a Buddha bowl.
Yes, exactly. Here is granola. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's like a meal, massive meal.
That's
is
a
this
massive meal.
breakfast? How many calories?
People,
it's got?
did you try Hani Schusterman's new?
Oh,
I
love it.
love her. I love how
She dropped some off at my
I
one of my
love
book
how
signings.
industrial she is, and she did everything practically.
all these women. Look, it's a
Coconut.
Buddha breakfast bowl.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Shout out to my guest from
Pumpkin.
last week, Michelle
Pumpkin
Gindi.
meal, pumpkin.
Can we get a
And
nice
I mean,
picture of that? Can we
You
get a nice
have
photo
a
of that?
darn good meal with this.
Lavana, that's great.
And
a
so
Buddha
I'm
bowl
done.
breakfast.
And I did a soup and a blend and a what's it called? A smoothie and a Buddha bowl. And I
Fantastic. A
think
breakfast Buddha bowl. I love that. That's really pretty.
Thank
So,
you, Schiffer.
You know, it's really great. If you are not well and you need to eat meal replacements, this is the one to have. If you just want to have them because you want to have the nourishment and you're running around and you don't have time to prepare nutritious meals, this is where you go.
And there are two more demographics that will greatly profit by this.
Okay.
Frail elderly people.
Okay?
They don't have a condition per se, but they're too frail to cook from scratch. They have something under their belt, guarantee. And then the children, picky children, they don't know they're having kale here and cauliflower. They'll faint if you tell them.
My kids
but it's there.
My kids love kale chips. We make our
I
own
know.
kale chips.
My grandchildren
Right, you teach
are
them
raised
young.
with.
People
I didn't
say
teach them. They clamor for it. So, are you impressed?
I'm impressed. Let's pass that over here.
Standing
Shifra.
ovation.
Yeah. Let's me and Shifra standing up.
you.
And ZK. Beautiful, beautiful.
And look at
wow.
this. This is
We've
just
got about 2
ready.
minutes left there, Lavana. Wrapping it up. This has been unbelievable. How fast does time go when
Time
you're on
goes
the
so
air?
quick.
How fast did I do this?
And how fast does Lavana cook?
Oh.
We just had like four dishes.
I compare notes, and I know it has a lot of bragging in it. I always cook on the spot for any crowd, any amount of people. 100, 150. Right there. I just do the math. I say, 100 people, get me 6 assistants. 150 people, get me 8 assistants. And we do it right there. And we bark orders until everything's ready. I get there 2 hours before. I bark all my orders. And I have...
It gets done. You
it
put on
gets
a great
done. And
show.
they're happy to be near a professional chef. They learn.
Well, Levana, you're like the first one that did classes before Susie, before me, before Jamie, before Shifra, before
And
anyone.
everybody's
You
catching up beautifully.
You were the first. You were the pioneer. I think
By
probably
the way,
Noreen Gillette
Susie-
Noreen is probably older than you. Gillette.
Yeah, a decade. Susie just took the stuff to a very sick friend. She took a whole box to a
Oh,
very
that's
sick
really
friend.
nice.
Yeah.
I love Susie. I love her.
Supportive. She's a mitzvah girl.
She is. She's
So
a
look,
mitzvah girl.
before you know it, I
Oh.
have my soup ready.
Are we having soup? Shut the gas off because I need
One
that.
second, and I'm going to throw in baby kale. just
Baby
for
kale.
garnish.
You had me at baby kale. I love kale, Shifra.
Yeah, it's
I,
really
I
good.
keep the stems
I know you
when I
sound
cut
like
them
me.
off. When I use it for salad, and I put the stems in the freezer, so I always had them on hand for smoothies.
But you
so
know
smart.
what?
My
We
kids
make a
love it.
kale kugel. My kids are obsessed.
Oh, really? Oh, we'll
Yeah.
talk about that.
Look, I just want to use it as a garnish.
Okay,
This
yeah.
baby kale is triple watch. It's the best.
Okay, terrific.
Okay, so the soup.
Let's do the soup, and then we're going to bring on the Klein. Stay tuned. This is Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Siegel Network. Our show is sponsored by Marzipan Bakery. One taste is all it takes. Check out their latest recipe on kitchen-tested.com by Melinda Strauss. A cheesecake just in time for Shavuos with a rogalach crust. Unbelievable. Our show is also heard on a Rosh Sheva English radio. Here we are in the studio. We're being cooked by, I'm not sure, Levana Kirschenbaum.
Oh, you're not being cooked by
You're-
Levana.
yeah, no, I'm not being
a
cooked.
barbarian.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
She is cooking for us. For us. Wow, I'm really tongue-tied today because I'm so in awe of what's going on here. And Levana Kirschenbaum is
here-
cooking. She's private chefing for us.
Oh, totally.
How lucky are we? How lucky are we that we are having Levana cook for us?
My pleasure. So here, it's not that the soup is a stock for the next thing. It is the soup itself. It's the whole soup.
Bring it up. I'm a big soup girl, even though it's like 1,000.
The
different-
So it
lentils
was
should
just
cook another-
water and the
If you just
packet, the
put
meal
a little
replacement
water and
packet.
oil, because I couldn't get the oil in the mixture. A little
Okay.
oil and a little salt, and you're there.
All right.
So it's almost like a soup mix, but it's healthy.
No, but it's a soup. It's not a soup mix. It's the soup.
I'm saying you could put it in a kugel to flavor it. Or,
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like put it in a
Mhm.
chicken.
to augment
Yeah,
the
yeah.
nutrition.
Or even if you make a regular mushroom soup from scratch, and people, they love those flavor enhancers.
that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
use them.
Ivana's
You
going to
could probably-
faint if you say MSG.
I would never say.
Yeah,
I would
oh.
never use it in my whole cookbook. There's not one.
Yeah.
There's not one.
Oh, yeah, that was smart.
Yeah, not
no,
one
no.
recipe with
Terrible.
margarine or soup mix.
It has a little problem.
Okay.
It's not food.
It's not food. Do we have a spoon? I'm just
Yes. I brought one
plastic.
for
Yeah.
you.
Okay,
It's actually
so-
like mun, but it's not healthy.
what?
Soup mix.
Oh, soup mix. Oh, right.
Oh,
yeah.
it's not like mine.
I'm joking.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
I'm gonna try.
give a little to
Yeah, yeah,
everybody.
we have a little spoon. I'm just going to take
The
little.
lentils are not going to be as tender as I would like them, but in 5 minutes they'll be perfect.
Shifra.
Here,
It's
chef.
really good.
It smells
It's
amazing.
really good. Really good.
Give.
I'm
You
a
really-
big soup person.
This is
Shlomi
it.
just walked
Oh,
in.
Schleimy's a soup person. He
Oh
is
my
like
God,
the
Shlomi, you've
soup
gotta try
person.
this. This is amazing.
Here.
Shlomi got baby Libya to sleep. She's joining us in the studio. Levana Kirschenbaum, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Please
much.
follow Levana Cooks, and follow her meal replacements.
LavanaMealReplacement.com.
And on Instagram, and more information, as we said, on her website. She's amazing. In 30 minutes that
This is
we've
very
been
cool.
recording for 28 minutes and 58 seconds, she has whipped up an unbelievable healthy feast for us. This soup is the bomb, man. I love
Amazing.
it. I love it. I could sit
Next,
here.
you're going to try the mushroom. Mushroom is
Okay.
amazing.
Fantastic. Levana, thank you very much. You
Thank
can hang out. We've
so
got
much.
Shifra and Shlomi Klein. ZK, I'm used to the garbage bin being right here on my right. And every time I'm about to throw something out, I see no garbage. And I'm like, oh no, we moved it around because the marathon this morning. So, okay. Hey guys, Levana, you can stick around. You can sit. We'll clean up after. We'll eat some of that Buddha bowl, that breakfast bowl afterwards. But I have to save room because Shifra bought an incredible brunch for us.
Brunch, yeah.
Brunch in the studio this morning. Hey Shifra, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. That was good, eh?
Yeah, it was really good. And the story and very impressive.
Yeah, like
It's always fun also watching Levana cook.
I know, right? Like fast. She's unbelievable. You know, she's been doing this a long time, and it's nice to see her in action in the
Totally.
studio and, you know, have her cook for me. What an honor for us right here.
So much.
Okay, so let's get right down to business because this unbelievable magazine, just in time for Shavuot, already on the newsstands, has so many of Shifra's great articles, and Jamie and the whole gang has done a beautiful, beautiful spread again. And I'm going to say it. I think I've said this 6 times in a row for the last 6 editions. Every time it gets better. Every
Thank
time in the
you.
studio I say it, but I can't help myself. I speak the truth. People know me as Emma Stick. So I'm just speaking the MS and that right here. Let's start at the very beginning. How long does it take to put a magazine together, by the way? Speaking about the beginning.
Yeah, it takes about 2 months because we actually have our team. It's a husband and wife team. They're based in California. They do our photo shoots. So I have to get them all the recipes and photos a month before because like they really put the time and effort to do it right.
What do you mean the photos?
So they do, our photos are currently done. We have somebody who does it in California. It's a husband and
You're
wife
not
team.
doing it in your house?
No, we don't do it
Not
in
your
our
house,
own
the
studio. Anymore. We actually have this husband-wife team, Carrie and Andrew Purcell. They are
They're very famous. I
mega
know.
professional and talented. I think they do like big photo shoots for
Yeah, I know
like
their name.
really brand name
They've
magazines.
done you guys before, though. I've seen
Yeah,
their name.
yeah. They've done like the initial Joy of Koshers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I work with them. They are so talented and amazing. So I think you could see the quality of their work. So we send them the photos and the whole direction of like I will spend 2 weeks like just typing up and writing out like, okay, this is what I want you to do. This is how I want it to look. This is how it's going to look on the page. Like everything is sort of pre-laid out. And then I send it to them to photo and prop and everything. I send them mood boards, and this is the color scheme.
Mood board. I haven't
Mood
heard
boards,
that.
Yeah. So
Miriam never taught me that word.
mood boards?
Miriam
A mood
Pascal,
board
my
is
photographer for my book.
So like let's say you would do your rib picture. You're going to say to yourself, okay, ribs look great on a platter. This is the color I want for that. Like even a cookbook. What's the color scheme, the textures that you want to go with,
like
the
your
types of
personal Pinterest
props.
page.
Yeah. So that's a mood board. It's like it gives you like the colors. Like fashion houses do it, magazines do it. It's very fun. It's fun to create it.
I never stop learning from this lady over here. She's amazing. Okay.
So we create this mood board, send it to them, and they go ahead and do it. So that takes about a month, and then it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to design and edit.
Okay.
So we go back and forth with the designer, and then we edit the recipes, and any last minute articles that go in are in there as well. I saw you eyeing the shakes.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay. I don't know if you guys remember when I was in Israel, I went to Waffle Factory, not Waffle Bar, Waffle Factory, and we had the sickest milkshakes ever. So these are on page 14. They are the craziest milkshakes.
They're insane milkshakes. They also have booze. You could put some alcohol or bourbon in your milkshakes.
We need to make that in the studio. Where's Jay?
But
Puts
it's
down.
optional. It's optional. It's 1 ounce, so you could omit it and still serve it to the kids.
It's like this much.
So yeah, insane toppers are all.
Or
the
you could
trend.
double it and save it for the adults.
Yeah.
Make a real party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this is actually really trending, like even not kosher.
Yeah,
This is
everyone's
famous.
Who was
It
the first
started.
one?
It's a black tap burger. I think they're the first. They're not kosher,
Right.
but I saw it all over like social media, so I was really inspired
Yes,
to do
everywhere.
it. For
I
the
think
magazine.
Khani's done some. Khani,
Yeah.
busy in Brooklyn, and Eitan Banath did some. Eitan Banath, it's right up his alley. He's 15.
Yeah,
A
totally.
team. Okay. No, they look amazing. I'm a big fan of the milkshake. I had a Tim Tam milkshake in Israel, of course. 'cause
Oh, of course.
Tim Tams are Australian. And of course, the breakfast that Jamie did, I guess living in Israel, she gets to do the, they had the best, you just need
Israel
to
is
eat breakfast.
It was
It's
inspired
like-
by one of the places that you went to.
You went
Which
to Chaba? You ever went to Chaba?
Chaba, of course.
Yeah.
I did.
You went to dinner with
I've been to Chaba
Yeah.
a few times. I went there with Judy Goldring. Shout out to her. The morning I did I did a documentary for Marzipan Bakery.
Cool.
I don't know if you saw that on my Facebook page. And we had our breakfast meeting was beforehand was at Chaba.
Yeah.
I had a green shakshuka.
Yeah.
I love that.
Have you ever tried the one in Five Towns by Mom's?
She does a green shakshuka now?
Yeah. She's had it
Oh,
for a while.
Really? Okay, I haven't been there in a while. I love Avital. She is the sweetest, so shout out to them. Of course. All right.
Of course, Avital.
Avital. I love
First
it.
name
I love
basis.
that you know everyone on a first name basis. That's why I'm
Well,
laughing.
you know,
It's
we also
wonderful.
Dublin at the same shul, so you know, and
Okay. No, so yeah, they have Kaba has a really cool breakfast tower. So
that's very
we did a
cute.
whole
That
breakfast
didn't-
tower.
Is that new?
What the
Because
breakfast
the breakfast
tower?
tower. That was not on the menu when I was there.
It wasn't.
In January.
It wasn't
I was there 3
this.
months ago.
It wasn't this amazing. But imagine your Shavuos meal and you bring out this breakfast tower. Could you imagine?
I'm gonna do
That
that.
would be so epic.
Allison, watch out! We got our best friends for Shavuot. It's gonna be our
Oh.
10th year in a row going to West
Wow.
Hempstead. I'm gonna make them a breakfast tower, but we might have it for lunch.
Yeah,
Right?
breakfast
'Cause
all day.
I love it. That's
Wait,
how
when
they do it
can
in
you eat
Israel.
breakfast?
All day.
Yeah, I could have like
Breakfast for dinner.
yeah. What's wrong with a frittata and some good toast or something and a salad for dinner?
Yeah.
I mean, you just said shakshuka. Shakshuka is breakfast,
Yeah.
but
It can also be dinner.
I mean, today it's like
But you'll leave it behind.
And then I could eat
Lavana's
dinner for
cleaning up, but
breakfast.
we don't want to leave the food behind. We love it.
I'm having the soup.
Yeah, the soup is I love soup. Okay, and is this a sheet pan? These sheet
Yeah,
pan dinners.
so sheep
are-
hat dinners are amazing. We did baked polenta with eggs and roasted vegetables. So you roast the vegetables and bake the eggs on the same sheet.
Yeah, can you explain what a
That's
whole
really
sheet pan
cool.
dinner is? Talk about
So
the
sheep
sheet
pan
pan
dinners, yeah,
dinner
they've
movement.
been-
It's a
it's
whole
been- yeah,
new
it's-
movement.
I
In
think
the
there was
last
like a cookbook
few
that we
months.
featured actually like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago in the magazine called Sheep Hat Dinners. And maybe it's based on a blog, and it became this huge trend because all you do is put your entire dinner on one sheet pan, stick it in the oven, and you're done. So it's really cool to see the different options that you can make. So here we even have baked eggs. Like you can have like a sunny side up egg that you don't have to bother taking out a frying pan to make. You just put it on your pan. But people will put
By the way, this is how Moroccans cook.
Here.
On a stovetop.
Can we hear? Can you hear? Lavana, if you want.
It's unbelievable. This is how we always cook. There is no such thing for us as side dish and this.
Everything
right,
we
Moroccan
make
Moroccan
everything.
is all
A meal. all
like think
aboard.
about like couscous with like the vegetables and
But we don't bake a lot, but stovetop.
That's
And
very
it's-
cool.
It's wonderful because the moisture makes it very succulent.
Okay.
and all the flavors really.
Okay, so savor this moment.
Yeah,
Now
this
what
is-
is this Lebanese?
So you could do labneh, or you could do Greek yogurt, or you could do plain yogurt, whichever you want. It's pretty like flexible.
Okay, can I show you? There's 3 different ones here. There's
Yeah.
the sweet potato, there's beet granola, and za'atar roasted chickpeas. The za'atar roasted chickpeas is right up my alley.
Yeah, they're all amazing. I love the beet
Oh.
one, and I love the savory granola.
So did you make this at home?
Yes, I made
So
this
just
at
remember,
home.
you're supposed to call me when you.
I know
make
I have
these
to call,
things.
but you're very busy.
I know.
It's
I
not
am.
like
I know.
you could just pop over.
I know.
I
Sometimes
can't interrupt your chomped events for yogurt.
It's not normal for your yogurt. Yes, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Every minute of every day.
But you know what? I'll have you in mind next time. So this I'm very excited about. Yogurt is really going savory. I actually first time saw it like a year ago. I was shopping in Italy, and there's this new company
Italy
that does.
is explain.
Italy is an Italian superstore. Mario Batali and his partner Lydia, I forgot her last name.
Yeah. And she has a
Gianni.
kosher sauce, kosher marinara sauce. It was like kosher
Oh,
fest
okay.
this
She's
year.
like
We
the Italian
featured them
food
on the
expert.
show.
So they have this incredible store. Most of the stuff aren't kosher, but they have an incredible produce section, and it's just fun to walk through for inspiration. No, don't you get inspired like shopping
I
at these
eat
stores?
with my eyes.
Exactly.
So I loved walking around Italy, just getting ideas
Exactly.
and
So
inspiration.
that's what- yeah.
I still gain weight by eating through my eyes.
Totally, because you
just-
come home hungry.
You come home hungry, and I walked out of Italy, and I bumped into Martha Stewart. So I was
No
like,
way.
woohoo!
That's awesome.
Yeah, she let me
People,
take a picture.
I'm saying goodbye. I'm departing.
So nice
Hatzlacha
to
to
see
everything. And
Lavana,
We're gonna take this on the
heartfelt
road.
thanks. We're
Thank you
excited.
so
I'm
much.
so glad I could help
All
you
the best.
publicize this.
enjoy.
Thank you. Oh, we will. Thanks, darling. Thank you. It was nice to meet Hani. Hani was really nice to meet you, and we will talk.
Khani, you want a copy of the magazine?
Oh, very nice.
So
Every-
Khani leaves with the gift of the latest
a
issue.
parting gift
Oh,
from
okay, so give it
This
to somebody.
month issue is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Unreal.
It's gorgeous.
Okay, and we are talking about this month's issue as we are.
So
on
yeah,
our
there's
show
so many
today.
tips and tricks, and by the way, Tamar, who's runs the website, is also a nutritionist. So she did
Right, I
yeah.
love that. Love you, Tamar.
So yeah, Tamar's awesome, and she did this whole article, veggie bowls, which are very trendy. It's very cool to put everything like separate.
Did you see our show last week with the veggie bowls with
You mentioned
the
it.
Buddha bowls.
We also have
with
the
Michelle
smoothie bowl.
Gindy.
Yeah.
Buddha bowls and burpees, guys. You got to follow her. We had a great time last week on
It's
the
so
show.
visually stunning. Like to just have
Right.
everything like separate.
Rather than a toss salad, you
Yeah.
still need to toss it after you. But when you bring it to the table as a Buddha bowl,
Yeah,
it's
so
amazing and
dramatic.
it's catching on. Everyone's saying now Buddha bowl.
Yeah.
I did a feta cheese Buddha bowl. It's really a feta cheese salad, just not tossed.
You know what? There's almost nothing left to do with food because we did almost everything.
What? I know what will be
So-
next, but that's something new.
What?
Presenting it as a Buddha bowl
Yeah,
is
totally,
something new.
totally,
Like, we
exactly.
found
Like
something.
separating the ingredients.
So this is what she did in
Yeah,
on
so
Vegging
she
Out.
has and that shawarma roasted cauliflower, so that was really delicious. The sumac onions.
What I think is really hilarious, right next to all the veg, is my favorite cheesecake, lilac and cream.
It is actually really funny pairing.
Love
but
those
yeah.
guys. Love those
Yeah,
guys.
really cool cheesecake. It's really cool to see how far kosher came. And I would venture to say that this Chalav Yisrael kosher cheesecake is probably like even better than what's available not kosher. It's very high quality.
Right, I
stuff.
can't tell you about non-kosher.
Not kosher, but like not.
But
Chalav
right,
Yisrael even.
right. They've done an unbelievable
Yeah.
job. He really took a product, and you know what? When people are passionate
Yeah.
about what they do, it does well. Like
Yeah.
you can see with a magazine and me with Chopped and,
Exactly.
and the radio
and everything you do,
and
and your cookbook.
Thank you. And Nachum, how he's passionate. Everyone's like shooting for the stars, and it shows. And yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, now the first time I heard the word foraging in context was from Josh Masson, was on the show 2 weeks ago, executive chef and owner of Nobo, and he was showing us some mushrooms that were foraged, and we're like, what does that mean exactly? And then he explained to us, and then literally a week later, I get your beautiful magazine, and it says the article's called "The Call of the Wild." It has Belvedere Castle, site of wild mushrooms. My daughter and son-in-law got engaged at Belvedere Castle.
Oh wow, that's so
I'm just saying.
romantic.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's a
there.
very beautiful
And I went
site.
there with Liz Reuven. It was
Oh,
the first time I went there
cool.
was 2 years ago with Liz. Shout out to her. She taught me all about farm fresh veggies. So how you guys went through Central Park.
So we went with Steve Brill. He's known as Wildman Bill Brill. He's been doing this for years. So he's a real expert, it was a real character. It was a fun trip. I actually went on Pesach. It was Chol Hamoed Pesach. And on Sunday, we walked through Central Park. It was like a 4-hour hike through Central Park.
I want to do
And it's just incredible to see. And when I came back, this is the funniest thing. So we found wild garlic in Central Park, and I came back with it. It's Pesach. It's kosher for Pesach, no problems. Anyway, we come home. Like a week later, my son Zalman, who actually has a feature in this magazine, was playing baseball outside. I come outside, I'm like calling him in for dinner, and he's not there. I'm like, where is Zalman? He is walking down the streets of Cedarhurst looking for wild garlic because he found it, because it grows naturally. You can pull over on like Peninsula Boulevard and you will find tons of this stuff.
No
Yes.
way.
We were driving into Brooklyn one day, and we're on the belt, and there's crazy traffic, and Shifra wants to pull over because she spots it on the side.
Yes.
She's like, "Oh, we gotta pull over." I'm like, "We have enough. It's okay. It's all right. We'll manage."
There's also garlic in the supermarket. But the fun thing, so I
How
also
do
went
we
on
know
a tour.
like it's clean, like a dog
So
has it, you know?
No, it's the same thing like any vegetable. You have to wash it. There's much worse things that go into like even produce because there's all the
Sprays and
but you
chemicals.
don't know. You also don't know the soil that it grew in.
What about the plantain flower? Like we kept finding them.
Yeah, the plantain flower is really cool because it also heals wounds. Like we learned a lot of different things, but it was
we
very
organize a
interesting.
tour?
Yeah,
It was
totally.
really
Marie would for sure take you on a tour. She's
Oh, and
wonderful.
she's South African.
She's writing a book also, so she was really great. She lives in Brooklyn, so they take you anywhere. You can go like
So let's do that.
It would be
Guys,
so
I
fun.
want to do a table
it's also
for
fully
two.
kosher. Like there's no
Right.
kosher issues with this.
Right, because it's from Hashem, from the
Yeah.
ground. Let's do a table for two walkabout.
Yeah.
We should meet up with Joy of Kosher Table for Two. Get together. I'm serious, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know when, but we can do it soon. If you're interested, can you please email me? Because I'm serious. I'm totally serious about this, and we'll get
So
a
like
little
even
group
like
together.
Marie introduced me to the sweet fern, right?
Yeah.
And you don't even know what it tastes like. It's like these new flavors that you're not accustomed to. It's like a whole spice blend. You can like dry it up and like put it on a rack of lamb and roast it. Like you would never think to do that. It's
Have you-
really,
have
really
you-
incredible.
Have you done that spice class with that guy yet?
No,
You know what I'm talking about?
no.
Okay, we'll talk afterwards. There's a guy that does spice blending class. A few of us want to do it. I can get information for all the listeners
That's
as well.
so interesting.
Okay. So good. We'll
yeah,
talk
and
about
then
that.
we went ahead and spoke to Sarahana Silverstein, who's a master herbalist. She's the only from Shomer Shabbos woman master herbalist in the United States. And she actually went through the most common medicinal plants in Brooklyn. So that was very fascinating.
Yep.
Alexander Rappaport then did,
must be
because that got me thinking about like how we eat and how we think about food, right? So like he wrote, and Alexander Rappaport runs a soup kitchen, must be but like he does it with so much class.
He's unbelievable.
Amazing.
He's
So
unreal.
yes.
We're going to partner with him for Kosher Feast again.
Oh, very cool.
And I did a project with him for my book. He's amazing.
Yeah.
I am blown away how articulate and smart he is.
Right.
Well versed. He's knowledgeable, both in Torah and in food.
And he brings it all together.
Yeah. And that's what he did. So he wrote his opinion about getting rid of food waste. And then we also featured Rob Greenfield, who's fascinating, who goes through cities, dumpster dives. He like will go through a dumpster and take out all the edible, which sounds gross, but like it's crazy what we throw out. It's so
It's
interesting.
actually brilliant. Okay,
so he
Mike.
takes out
It's not the leftovers.
ahead.
It's not like the restaurant leftovers. It's cans of expired foods. It's
things that were just
bread
expired.
that's a day old, stuff like that.
Bananas with like that have too much bruising on it. Look at his
Interesting.
picture. This is the picture. So he goes and he takes these
Donate,
pictures, but
not
like
dump.
if you look at the picture, there's like these heads of broccoli and cauliflower. They look quite edible, and like baguettes. I don't know. It was really just interesting, something to think about.
Yeah,
We're just leaving people with something to think about.
It's a big movement
about food.
now about like the leftovers from restaurants. And,
Right.
You know, my daughter, we're on
But
our
Alexander says, "Don't take the poor. Don't want your leftovers."
Yeah.
Like
don't-
it's interesting perspective.
Yeah, we don't want you. Right. We don't want your leftovers.
Yeah.
We want proper food. Like,
Exactly.
I went down there with to Masbia when I did the campaign for my book. If you donated X amount of dollars, you got a book. And I went down to the soup kitchen with my 9-year-old, and she was fascinated
Yeah.
by what goes on there. It's really an unbelievable
Very, very
place.
cool.
We have to have Alexander on the show in a couple of weeks before the season ends. I can't believe it. We're coming to an end of the season.
It's insane.
This whole
Time
year
flies.
flew. Okay, let's talk about the pie because it's sitting
Baked
right in front of
spaghetti
me.
pie. Well, firstly, when I thought to do it, like it seemed so much more complicated than it really is.
Yeah, they look very fancy.
Yeah, it looks so fancy. It's like really so few ingredients. You mix it all together. We actually have this amazing video. Whoever's listening should check it out. It's going to be on our Facebook page, Joy of Kosher Magazine, and also on the YouTube channel on like a step-by-step on how to make the shakshuka spaghetti pie.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's gonna be really
I mean,
fun.
it's all about shakshuka these
It's all
days.
about shakshuka, and the pie is really cool.
The first time I saw a spaghetti pie, and I make it is from Susie Fishbine's book. She has
Yeah.
one in one of her books, and I make it all the time.
Yeah, and it's so simple.
So now that
It's
you've
great.
done all these twists on it,
Yeah, and I brought the latest twist, which is spinach artichoke. Go ahead and enjoy. It's like really, really artichoke flavored. You have a little bit of Parmesan, spinach. It's really
I
delicious.
give one to ZK?
Yeah, here.
ZK?
I have a whole pie. You
we have a whole pie. Can I just say, Shifra stayed up really late last night because
Yeah.
she knew I wanted to eat this. And by the way, I'm obsessed with artichoke. So
In general, the idea of this issue was to do different things for sure, because everyone's done cheesecakes, everyone's done crepes and blintzes, and everyone has their best recipes. And you can come, you know what, maybe next year we'll come up with some more interesting new twists. But this year we decided, let's steer away from that and come up with really unique, different things, seasonal.
Right. We're not reinventing the cheesecake today. So
You know what?
and even in Jamie's
you
letter,
for
she
that.
recommended her favorite cheesecakes. Check it out on joyofkosher.com. We have tons of cheesecake recipes. I mean, we have Shannon Sarner's cherry cheesecake, Laura Frankel's milk and honey cheesecake. So it's all on the website.
right,
I'm not going to waste room in the magazine for that. you
Right,
know?
right. And don't forget to check out Melinda's. Did you see?
What did she make? Oh my God, it was insane.
Insane.
So
Insane.
inventive.
Right? So
Very inventive.
we used marzipan rogalach, of course,
Very cool.
and we made a crust.
So
she made the crust, and the
out
filling.
of the raglach. Very cool.
Go on to her Insta story or her Insta page.
I wish this was hot.
No,
Could you picture it hot?
this is so good, even like this.
I mean, the problem is, I mean, you just got us off topic. I think I got us off topic talking about cheesecake.
It's not off topic. I mean,
I've got a one-track mind, and it's just cheesecake.
I know-
Shlomi is like, he is the cheesecake expert.
I know you love that. I
We
remember
just came
when-
back from Montreal.
Oh,
I stopped in like 3 different places for cheesecake.
I watched you. You know the oval cheesecake from Chesky?
Yes.
That's amazing.
It was pretty good.
Oh, didn't pass his muster. Okay, and I saw you had the poutine.
The district one it was called
District
Bagel. Their cheesecake. I didn't even know about it. Like no one even mentioned it, and I obviously had to take one to go.
Give Montreal the shout out.
And it was phenomenal.
Also, their cheese blintzes were good.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
They were really good.
They were very good.
There's a lot of kosher in Montreal. People don't realize, and especially now with the summer coming up, it's a great destination place. Great vacation.
They say the flour there is different because the pastries, all the baked goods are really good.
Because they're French.
Yeah, that's probably
French, Moroccan, French.
Montreal is so French.
So French, right?
Yeah, it was like
all the
I like
Hasidic
Toronto.
kids.
Montreal for me was just like
All my husband's cousins are all Hasidish, and when they open their mouths and when you're with them on the street and they're not have to speak to someone not in Yiddish, they'll often say it in French.
It's really cool.
And they have the payas and
because you don't think
it's
of Canada and as so French forward.
right. It's like
but
just a bit above New York, but it's not.
It takes a minute to get used to it, but it was fine.
So I really love these.
And then we did edible flower centerpieces. So we did edible dirt, which was inspired by Josh Masson.
From the Nachum
from
Siegel
your
event.
dinner.
10-10.
Have a look, it's
Yes.
right there.
Exactly.
Yay.
So the
10-10.
10-10
Josh, you got so
event-
many shout outs today.
Yes. So the 10-10 event, he did this amazing like edible garden. And when he did it, I was like, we must do this for Shavuos and make it accessible to the home cook. Like nobody's making a 10 square foot, I don't know how big that was.
That was
garden.
amazing.
was
So
very
we
cool.
made
That
these
was
little
amazing.
planters, which you could find anywhere. You go to Michael's or Home Depot.
Isn't Josh out of the box
Yeah.
creative?
Yeah, very cool. It's really cool to see what chefs are doing kosher today. So
Right. And
very
let's talk
cool.
about Afterwards a Beast, because I saw you went there.
And
I
then
don't know anyone that's gone, so you can be my reporter. It
we're
looked
very
good.
excited about that. Just like the new ideas that are in there and the tips. Then we have Chef Laura Frankel, who's our culinary director, and her like resume is so long I can't
We
even
snuck
say
we
it.
snuck in some fish into the vegetarian issue.
Yeah.
It's a little bit pescatarian
Yeah.
because you have
To me, vegetarian means just no meat.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just
but
no
the real
meat, exactly,
vegetarians, a lot of them
meat-free.
don't do fish and they get very offended.
Well, Miriam Wallach is my local vegetarian,
She eats
and
fish.
she eats
Yeah.
a lot of fish.
Yeah.
So there.
And I also feel that like when you go, like when you, a lot of the kosher meals and a lot of kosher food is not so fish centered. Do you feel that way? Like we're
Yeah,
not so
people
into
don't know what
fish.
to do with fish. That's why I write a lot of fish recipes for
Yeah,
like
you're
fish
like a
companies.
fish expert.
I'm a big
Yeah.
fish
Doesn't
person.
look like he eats fish.
No, just not
he's,
into
he's
fish.
eating his
Like,
sushi.
I think the feeling is that if we're spending the money, we would rather buy a steak. I don't know. I get that feeling from
Yes,
people.
yes, and
Because
I
fish is
very
expensive.
rarely eat fish out. But let's talk about the whole fried fish, the red
So
snapper
that's why we
in
did
here.
this. Now we didn't just do recipes. We went through. We covered every single type of fish and did different techniques for each fish.
I'm big about
So
that.
it's like sort of like so we did steaming, we did frying, we did poaching, we did pan searing, and then we did raw. So we have all different techniques. Basically, if you ever wondered how to cook fish, this is the place to get. To
Right,
figure
I
it out.
love that, and I'm going to keep referring people that because I get a lot of fish questions.
Yes.
and there's also a guide on how to tell if how good the fish is. Like,
Yeah, how to tell for
How to
fresh
tell, you
fish, how
know.
to store fish.
by the way, if it smells like fish, chuck it
don't,
out.
Don't get it.
Don't get it. You know, they say
Also, how to buy fish. Like, let's say you're in like Whole Foods and you're in a place that doesn't sell necessarily kosher fish.
Well,
how do you buy
many
it?
people listen to this show that are not in New York?
Yeah.
We have a huge
Exactly.
The only fish that should smell like fish is herring and
You had-
sardines. We were just for Shabbos.
Anchovies.
Yeah, anchovies. We were just for Shabbos in Montreal, and some guys pulled out a few cans of Spratz. They squeezed some fresh lemon and red onions, and that was their breakfast.
Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sorry, you had me at fresh onions and lemons and sardines. I love fish. Did you see me eat the herring in Holland? Where you drop
Yes,
it down your
yeah,
throat.
yeah.
I love that's how they eat it. It's street food there. Can you believe herring is street food somewhere in the world? But I love this whole fried fish. The first time I had it was in Israel. It's very Israeli. They catch it right out of the Kinneret and they whole fry it, and it's amazing. And no one does it here.
No, we don't
But
do
now
that.
I'm going to
Yeah.
do. Did you make this?
We tried every recipe in the magazine. This one Laura tried.
was this
in,
very
in
hard
the Joy of Kosher Test
To
Kitchen.
do?
So
'Cause I wanna make
what
this
we do
one.
is I'm going to go check now because we have prep time, cook time, and total time for each recipe. So the prep time for that recipe was 45 minutes. So it
it's a-
takes 45 minutes of prep time. So it's one of our longer recipes. Most of our recipes, like you saw, all the spaghetti pies were pretty much 5 minutes.
5 minutes,
Legit,
yeah.
5 minutes. I just made it last night. So this one is the longest, but it's the most dramatic.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's some
People,
doing
if I
something
said that
new.
to my husband and children, they'd kick
And
me
the
out.
45 minutes also includes the fried rice with fried egg.
Right, so I wouldn't. I'd just make the fish.
Just make the fish.
My family cannot look at a whole fish. It would just be for me.
I once served a whole fish, and my sister-in-laws were sitting on the table. They looked like they wanted to vomit.
Yeah, my husband.
I was like, okay, guys, I'm going to take it off the table.
My
I'm sorry.
husband- There was a restaurant here called Gusto Vermeer. Gusto Vermeer is somewhere in the 50s on the east side. And my husband went with an intern of his for lunch. And my husband ordered this fish, and it came whole. And he made the intern switch with him. Because
That's
he could
so
not
funny.
look at the fish.
Oh my God, you said dinner, so it reminds me because actually this month was my birthday. It was Jamie's.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday. And Jamie?
Jamie's birthday's this month.
we sing
Tamara's
happy birthday?
birthday's this month. And
Okay.
Laura's birthday's this month. Like the whole team has birthdays this month. So we're doing a magazine
March?
special.
Not Laura's
March?
birthday.
It's
Laura
not?
just got married.
Oh,
Laura
got
Franco just got married? Mazel tov.
It was under the radar.
Under the
Not
radar.
anymore.
I hope she won't kill us, but everybody, Laura's married.
Can I just
Mazel
say
tov.
that is the biggest mazel tov?
Isn't that awesome?
I'm sending
Our
you
phone
hugs
is
and
in-
kisses and the
Yeah.
biggest mazel tov. And a kiss, another kiss.
So we're doing
Beautiful.
a special. What's the code? You could get
Joy of birthdays.
Joy of birthdays.
Oh, that's so
And
nice.
you get like a huge savings on a subscription. So it's a great time to get yourself or a gift.
It's my birthday in 6 weeks.
joyofcoach.com/subscribe. Put in the
Also, you're
code.
almost part of our birthday month.
Almost. It's in July. It's May. Okay, but it's,
So
it's
yeah,
always
and then we
cause.
did the poke bar. Love poke.
Poke is so
Yeah,
in right
it's
now.
very in.
It's pronounced. I don't care how anyone says it in the studio or how they may have said it this morning. It's poke. I've been to Hawaii, and I interviewed 5 chefs.
I think the first time I
about-
ever heard of poke was actually from you. You've been
Yes.
doing it for a while.
Thank you, pioneer.
I remember,
Yeah.
what's that woman's event in 5 towns? You know, that everyone cooks a dish?
Yeah, yeah.
I think you did it like 3 years ago. If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
3 years ago for the Tom Khe Shabbos poke. P-O-K-E, but it's pronounced poke. It means cut up little pieces of fish. It's Hawaiian street food. And I learned all about it when I was out there. When people call it poke or pokey, I'm like, you're saying it
Oh,
wrong.
poke.
Right.
Why not?
It's like, you can say tomato, whatever, oregano, but it's poke. I'm just trying to educate everyone. Okay. And
So
rant.
it's just really fun. You could actually serve it as a Buddha bowl. You can serve it as like a salad bowl, or you can do like party style, make a bar, and just like everybody sort of serves themselves, makes their own poke bowl the way they want. So
right.
It's fun.
It's kind of like ceviche, you know,
Yeah.
raw fish with juices
Add-ins,
and limes.
different
And,
add-ins.
yeah. The poke bars, at least 2 in Manhattan that I can think of, like 5 minutes away from each other. I
This
love the
was insane. The
butter.
brioche.
B is
is-
for brioche and butter.
Yeah.
Love that. Love butter
Yeah.
to no end.
And this
Here
was
is my butter
crazy.
croissant from this morning.
And this was another time I really should have called you because I made this recipe and I actually took out my all-clad kitchen scale and measured every single ingredient and did it exactly by the gram and made it,
I always bake like
and
that.
it came out perfect.
When I bake my sourdough bread, it's by the ounce.
Yeah,
I learned that
makes a
from
very big
Kaiser.
difference.
Yeah.
But we did adapt it. It is risky, according to Chef Isaac. But I did. Once you're already measuring, you can check the scale to see how it converts to cups or tablespoons.
Right, but
So it's an estimate.
get yourself a scale.
Yeah, it's
A weight
well
scale.
worth it. So we wrote about that also in the magazine. About the scale and which one we like. This was insane. Oh, I should have made. Maybe I'll make this for you also. But I'll have to warn you before because it's like insane.
Very, very fattening.
It is the most decadent thing I've ever eaten. It's the brioche dough with hazelnut spread, chocolate chips, and then this incredible crumb. It is so rich.
Let's make
and
it together on
amazing.
Facebook.
Yeah, that would be really fun. I'll make the dough. We'll roll it out. It would be so cool.
And then we'll eat it
And
after.
we'll eat it. Exactly. This was so amazing.
A little bit of a shout out, a huge shout out to Zalman Klein.
Yeah.
He's been here in the studio.
He has. He's a legit chef. Like this is nothing for him. He made oven baked mozzarella sticks.
I love it.
Last
and so
night,
we actually did trials. Like he put it in the oven. It didn't work out, and he was like, "Okay, we gotta freeze it to make it firm." And so that's the trick to these oven baked mozzarella sticks, so they don't goo out and they still stay gooey in the center.
Yeah, I freeze mine before I fry
Yeah.
them.
Oh, before you fry them, even. So these aren't fried.
Last night I was busy upstairs.
Yeah.
I was working, and I come down, and he had made the whole supper.
He made. Can
I borrow him?
Yeah, you really could. He would love it. He made mashed potatoes.
Should have
pan-seared
resume should be
steak,
sent to shifandshlomi at
Yeah.
gmail.com. I just made that up.
And he made roasted Brussels sprouts.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
With-
so it's
with-
really cute.
with,
We had a
Were they
very
with the
bad
frozen
influence
Brussels
on him.
sprouts?
No,
Oh, fresh.
Fresh.
with turkey, with smoked turkey breast.
Oh,
yeah.
he's unbelievable. We've got
Yes.
about a minute left. This is how we're going to get this in. Chani Greenbaum.
Oh yeah, that's right, Chani.
There's an E there. I don't know how.
That's the way she spells it.
But not on her Instagram.
It is.
Okay.
No. It might have been an error.
I
Okay.
don't know. I'm like, because I just did a shout out to her at
No,
the
her
beginning of the
Instagram
show.
is just I.
Okay, good. So we'll see. All right. And you have the beautiful desserts. I love tiramisu. The tablescapes by Chani Greenbaum. Just gorgeous. Isn't she so talented?
Yeah, and she's South African.
I know.
She's from Schlemmi's neighborhood.
Oh, really? From
yeah,
Joburg?
from Joburg, of course.
It's so funny.
They go way back.
My sister's classmates, her brothers were my classmates.
So when she was on my show, Insta story everyone's like, oh, her accent. I'm like, her accent.
You gotta ask her for her brother's biltong. He makes insane biltong.
Yeah.
And he
Really,
lives
really
here?
good, yeah.
Okay, she's not coming again without that. We have got to wrap up our show.
Yes.
What a show this has
And people
been.
could call us to subscribe if they want. Just putting that out there. 1-855 Joy of Kosher.
Oh,
I sound like an
855 Joy of
infomercial.
Kosher. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
We're all about supporting our friends, supporting Joy of Kosher, supporting Lavana, supporting the fjbunity.org. The marathon has ended, but you can keep going and donating. Thank you to our sponsors, Marzipan Bakery. One taste says it all. Stick around. We have music right up until Lich Benching, sponsored by our friends at Kedem. A great show next week. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Mwah. Happy cooking.